Arguably, one of the stars of our long-term fleet this year wasn't the million-rand Audi or the super cool Mini. It was the Clio Gordini Renault Sport. It gave RPM TV webmaster Adam Skuman a whole year of complete driver satisfaction. The pocket rocket of our 2012 fleet is a lot of fun to drive, but being a performance machine means it's also set up with a harder-than-normal ride, which isn't the best option for the everyday commute. What was it like with the Clio's stiff suspension?
On an everyday basis, it's not that noticeable. On the rough stuff and over speed bumps, becomes a pain. It's not so bad in the front. At the drive, you don't really notice it that much. The rear occupants really take strain though. I think the wheels sit right over the bench, and you often hear the seatbelts locking if you go over any bumps with groans from the back as well.
So it's not a complete crowd pleaser as far as the hard ride goes, and things are pretty much the same on the outside. The Clio RS Gordini carries the colours of the legendary Gordini brand, a tuning specialist with a long history with Renault. The metallic blue paint job is nice enough, but it's the white detailing, including a set of Go Faster stripes, that polarizes opinions somewhat. That exterior styling carries some functional elements that contribute to the car's performance, and it's the same on the inside. Aluminium pedals and a short throw shifter for the 6-speed manual gearbox are just some of the things that tell you this is a Clio set apart from the others. It's highlighted with gloss black plastic, but the layout is the same as the regular Clio. One particular feature that the driver will get more familiar with than any other is the seat, which Adam was happy with despite them not being designed for pure performance.
It doesn't have the bucket seats that you get on some of the R27 models, but I actually prefer the normal leather ones. They are as grippy and still feel better. There's cruise control, limit function, Bluetooth, aux in, everything I'd need from a daily basis.
The Clio RS was used extensively during its time with us, including a trip to the KZN coast. It's a car that manages to deliver a good everyday drive, thanks largely to a well-spec'd interior, but it's also very happy and very capable on a track. Unusually for a more modern performance machine, the Clio is powered by a naturally aspirated motor, something of a hindrance on the reef.
You still have to work the revs to get the power out of the car, and I wouldn't say it's a hindrance, but you have to remember that the red line's at 7,500.
Having a car with the ability of the Clio RS Gordini means it's difficult to resist extracting as much as you can out of it. The downside of having to rev the engine to get the performance uncovered this car's most disappointing aspect.
I'd say fuel consumption has not been great while I've had the car. Having a high revving 2-liter naturally aspirated engine, I was expecting it to be bad, but it's been close to the 13 liters per 100 range at the moment, which is not that good when we drive modern cars.
In the Clio's defense, you don't have to drive it hard every time you get behind the wheel, but as we said, its nature makes it kind of hard not to. We had the car serviced before handing it back, and all our requests were met on time by friendly and efficient Renault staff. There are lots of reasons why we're going to miss the Clio Gordini Renault Sport, but one stands out above the rest. It is a special package because it offers a level of driver involvement you wouldn't necessarily expect from a small car. Ironically, it's about to be made even more special by its imminent replacement. The new RS will be a 1600 turbo with a dual-clutch gearbox, as opposed to this car's naturally aspirated manual setup. So not only is it the end of our time with this car, it's also the end of an era. One of the things we came to appreciate in our time with a Clio Gordini RS was the 2-litre motor with its impressive output and delivery. The ride might be hard, but it gives the car handling that we reveled in as often as possible, and the good spec made the Clio easy to live with on a daily basis. For us, the major shortcoming was the fuel consumption figure, which we never expected to be low, but were surprised by nonetheless. The value of this particular Clio probably shouldn't be measured in terms of resale. It's the last Clio of its kind.